Hey everybody, Sacred Studios here, and today we're going to be showing off someone very, very special. We're going to be showing off the great Kirby Clobber, the pushy penguin, and the king of the memes, King Dedede. Kirby's Dream Land is probably one of the first games that I actually completely finished, and I actually died to Dedede in that game multiple times. Despite my channel focusing on video games, I'm actually pretty bad at them. Anyways, back to the penguin. He took about 4 days to complete. Honestly, yeah, this figure didn't really take that long because I was just non-stop just working on him and nothing else. So the base figure I got was this weird looking Wario on eBay. It was a World of Nintendo. Like someone spilled like tomato sauce or something on his eyes, so like he had a pretty discounted price. And since I was sculpting his entire head over anyways, this was a steal for me. Using Wario as a base for Dedede actually wasn't my idea. I got the idea from a guy who has the same name as me, called Speed Up Jesse. I would definitely recommend his channel. He does a lot of customizing himself. You see, I borrowed a lot of ideas from his figure, such as his hammer and whatnot, and using Wario as a base. But for some reason, the World of Nintendo is slightly too big for scale. But this size is perfect for Dedede. He's perfect scale for the Kirby Nendoroid. And I based the design off the Smash Bros. Model with a little bit of the Game Boy Advance or the Kirby and anime iteration of the character. So yeah, this is finished King Dedede with all of his glory. To the top of the little puff on his hat, he's about 5.5 inches or about 14 centimeters. Again, I didn't take any progress shots because I'm a big dum-dum head, but I'll try to show some in the future. Here, I'll kind of show you guys what I did. First off, I cut off Wario's ears.
Oh my
Then I
God.
sculpted his face and arms and whatnot. One hard part was actually making the back of his robe, since Dedede has so much. His cape was really hard to make, but I think it came out pretty well. And for his weird vest thing, I had to draw the little triangle design first before painting it. Now, instead of drilling a hole, I actually just sculpted the hole inside of the mitten that holds the hammer, which was not really a good idea, but I think it ended up working out. Now onto his accessories. I could have just made his hammer out of, craft foam, or, something light, or something hollow. But, I thought it would be great, great idea if I made his hammer out of this barrel I found at Hobby Lobby. And on top of that, I made the handle out of some chopsticks at a Chinese restaurant. And I'm holding the entire thing together with epoxy sculpt. And by some miracle, it just kind of holds together fine. But it is way too heavy, I can barely hold it. But, Dedede can hold it. He can do whatever the heck he wants. He is the king after all. Now, let's talk about the Gordos. Dedede's best attack by far. Of course I'm joking. If you use the Gordo once, you're terrible and you're lag switching and you owe me $50. In all seriousness, this is actually my first 3D printed accessory ever. But if you guys are curious on how I made him, I just downloaded a Gordo model from online and then I just put it into Cura and then printed it as is. So yeah, this is the great Super Star Warrior King Dedede. If you guys want to see this guy in action, he was in my episode 3, and he was particularly in episode 4 of my stop motion. In that episode, you can actually see him in action. And again, my commissions are open, but remember, I only accept 5 requests at a time. And for some of you guys were wondering like what my charge rate is, I'll go into more depth in another video. But for now, for action figures in the 1/12 scale, or from 3 to 6 inches tall, or 7.5 to 15 centimeters, I'm going to charge $15 plus shipping and handling, plus whatever the base cost, the base action figure. Now, if you can provide the base figure, I won't charge you. But if you can't, I'll buy it myself, and then the price will just be added on. Now, if you would like to add any accessories to your action figure, like anything small, I'm going to be charging $3 per accessory. So an accessory, for example, would be something like Dedede's hammer, or like a Gordo, or a Pokeball or something. But, yeah, you can buy an accessory by itself, but that will cost $5 plus shipping and handling. But yeah, I'm accepting commissions for now, and you guys can go ahead and send requests. You can send it with my email or my Discord, and I also have a Twitter, which will all be in the description. So, thanks for watching.